Hey, welcome back to class. Let's go ahead and start with our review. So we're going to start with our upward strikes. Begin with upward strike number 1. Try to go right up that center line each time. Have it to the butt of the chuck, it's facing forward. You guys know this, right? We've been doing this for a little while now. You at least know upward number 1, no problem, right? Pretty sure you do. Upward number 2. Where do you add that spin at? Solar plexus? Do you catch it every time? Hopefully you do. Tip of the chuck, butt of the chuck, point it forward. You should hear that sound from it going around the tip of the chuck. We have that small outward circle, not the big one. Upward 3. And upward 4. Now we've got the bigger circle here, so we have more of the rotation happening at the wrist. The chucks should look like they're moving relatively together instead of separate like this, moving together like this. Go up and out at that 45 and then bring it around straight up that center line and catch. It's a little bit bigger motion than the second upward strike. You now want to make sure that you really feel the difference between the two, because for me at first I didn't really understand the difference because they looked pretty similar. And 5, figure 8, and I guess it's figure 8 kind of. It's going inside outside, outside inside, up and up. And let's go downward strike number 1. Let it fall right into your hand. Don't reach back for it, and let it fall so the butt of the chuck is pointed to the front. Ideally your hand's in the proper spot so you land in the black. Downward 2, add that spin. Make sure that spin's happening at that solar plexus level, right in the center of the chest. Sorry, it's a little bug that came at me. It's winter. Why are there bugs? All right, we're gonna go for downward strike number 3. So this is the one where we're gonna step, go right down that line, and we want it to land onto our shoulder, just like this. We should be able to have it fall, ideally into our hand. Sometimes we miss, and that's okay. In case you're wondering, no, I didn't hit the bug, I missed. Tried to hit it. And downward 4, so now we're gonna add that outside spin when we're at our chest level and bring it around and catch. Step, 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 step back, step forward, step back, step just past that center line. A little bit more time on these ones, because these ones are newer to you, plus these are the ones a lot of people make mistakes on, right? Just like that. It happens. So let's do practice a little bit more when the technique is a little bit more difficult. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is gonna be sideways number 1. So here, sideways 1 for the catch. It's the over under, and then we do our up 3 as our reset. Try to still have that upward 3, not just like raising it here. Try to have that still as a strike, reaching out and bringing it up. Sometimes I try to go too fast and I just do this, right? I just put it on my shoulder, but it's not really that upward 3 strike anymore. So let's reach out, have it go right up that center line. And sideways number 2, under over, reach over the head. Under over, reset by going around the head. Sideways number 3 now. So this is just the around the neck. And same thing, we raise it up. Kind of a good upward 3 strike. Make sure you're catching it by making that X here. Don't go and try to catch it like this or any other weird configuration. Just make that X. Okay, next one we're gonna do is gonna be variation number 1. So, pretty similar. Just a downward shrug followed by a side shrug. So side shrug number 1 for variation number 1. And variation 2, down and whoop, down first. And second side shrug. And number 3, down, and third side shrug. Remember to stop that downward portion right around the center of the chest. Then go for your side shrug. Forward shrug number 1. And other side. Breath. Next thing we're gonna do is gonna be random callouts. So we're gonna let's start with upward number 1. And I'm gonna call out something and then you do it. Variation number 2. Downward number 4. Sideways 3. Upward number 4. Upward 2. Downward 3. Sideways 1. Upward number 5. Forward number 1. Other side. Upward 2. Downward 2. Downward 4. Sideways 2. 2. Variation 3. Variation 2. All right. Over the head. There we go. Up 1. Up 2. Up 3. Up 4. Up 5. Down 1. Down 2. Down 3. Down 4. Side 1. Side 2. Side 3. Variation 1. Variation 2. Variation 3. Yeah, variation 3. Forward 1. Other side. And time. Catch your breath. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna start up here, and we're gonna do forward strike number 2. So forward strike number 2 is gonna press out forward. What a surprise, forward strike presses out forward. Press out forward, shoot it out, hit it, and then we wanna bring it right back up. So we're pressing it, shooting it out, and letting it come right back up on top of that shoulder. Just like this. Try to still kind of shoot it out instead of just making this kind of circular motion, right? So that's kind of a upwardish, right? We wanna shoot it. So sometimes it causes a little bit of jiggle. We wanna shoot it out, boom, and then because we have this kind of raising motion, it'll come right back up on top of the shoulder. So I can feel, this one doesn't quite pop as much as the first one does, but I can feel the looseness and then the tension as it flips up. I'm doing a little bit of a, I'll show you kind of at a lower angle, that casting motion. So I'm doing that casting motion, but I'm going here, and I'm kind of casting up like this, kind of like an angle 6 cast upwards. Like that. All right, let's practice this. Hopefully you're already kind of playing around and practicing while I said that, but let's go. You don't have to go super fast right now. And then when one arm gets tired, go ahead, switch to the other arm. Always feels weird. This one doesn't quite feel right. It's like I don't practice very often on my left side, at least for this one, because it doesn't repeat constantly like the other ones do, so it doesn't get the same amount of repetitions, because, you know, I like to practice on the side that makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. Shoulders getting a little tired, let's bring it back to this one. Shoulder. Let's see if I can hit bob with this one. Ooh, the aiming is not good. Definitely something that I need to work on. If I need to work on it, you probably need to work on it too. But you're just learning, so it's okay. Don't worry about it too much. Just try to get a feel for the technique. Back to the right arm. Back to the left arm. Take a breath in and out. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some combinations. So we're still gonna practice basic combination number 1. Hopefully we know it by now. Hopefully. So let's go and practice a few times. Attention. Opening, up, and begin. Down 1, up 1, side 1, variation 1, forward 1. And raise it up, and close. Open, shaft face side. Open, and begin. Down 1, up 1, side 1, variation 1, forward, up, close. Okay, now we're gonna open and we're gonna do 5 reps all the way through. All right, so just the center portion of it, the technique portion. Ready, begin. Down, up, side, variation, forward, up. That's 1, 2, down, up, side, variation, forward, 2, 3, down, up, side, variation, forward, ooh, that was a good pop, 4, down, up, side, variation, 5, well that's 4, and now 5, down, up, side, variation, and let's close it out. Open again, pass the chucks to your left hand, bring it up, there's that bug again. I just don't want it to be a mosquito and it's just gonna sit here and be biting me. All right, whatever. Let's go ahead and begin. Down, up, side, variation, forward, bring it up. It's 1, 2, down, up, side, variation, and forward. Ooh, that's a bad forward one. 3, down, up, side, variation, forward. There we go, that was pretty good one. 4, down, up, side, variation, and 5, down, up, side, variation. Let's try one more of those. There, that one's better. And then we don't really close it out this way, but we'll close it here. Boom, and close. All right, so the next combination that we're gonna do is gonna be upward 2, sideways 2. That's it. All right, try it out. Show me what you think it looks like. Upward 2. Wait, did I say upward 2? I meant forward 2. My bad. If I said upward 2, my bad. Forward 2, sideways 2. All right, got it. Forward 2, sideways 2. Bring it here. Forward 2, sideways 2. So when we have it in this position here, let it slide forward a little bit first and then shoot it out. And go for your sideways. See how low it is? I don't want to just, right, it goes all over the place. I thought I was gonna hit myself. Slide it first a little bit and then you can go. It'll glide past your head as opposed to here when it's hanging down. If I try to go straight, I don't know which way it's gonna pull on. It might pull and hit my head, whatever. So let it slide first and then go here and then go that downward with sideways too. All right, let's keep it going. So we've got forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Ooh, that one's crazy, all over the place. The left needs some work. Forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Keep it going. Forward 2, side 2, forward 2, side 2, forward 2, side 2. Let it slide first, then throw it out. Give it a few more. Time. Catch your breath. next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do speed strikes. All right, so we know how to do speed strikes. We're gonna do it with our first sideways strike this time. Make sure that we're still getting a good upward 3 strike. Don't cut the corner by just going off to the side. And after we do that here, I don't want this one to just go right there. I want it to come up still. All right, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. This one, you might not make the time for either one of them, and that's okay, right? That's just a goal that we're trying to reach. If we don't reach it the first time we try it, whatever. If you reach your goals every single time the first time you try them, they weren't very good goals now, were they? Right? You have to fail forward a little bit, so keep that in mind. We are going to set a 1 minute timer. Ready, set, and begin. Wait, begin, yeah, there we go. So, sideways 1, raise it up. Sideways 1, raise it up. Go straight up that center line with that upward 3. Go completely horizontal with that sideways 1. 20 seconds left, keep it going. Time. Take a breath in and out. Shake your shoulders off. Moving around, relaxed a little bit. I'm gonna do another one of these, and this time I will be counting, so try to beat me. If you can't beat me, try to beat 60. That's assuming that I beat 60. And then if you can't beat that, try to beat what you just did, all right? However many you just did. All right, ready? Set, begin. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna beat it. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Whew, all right. I got 47. I looked at the clock with 20 seconds left, and I had barely broken 30, and I was like, man, I gotta start speeding up. You know, I hadn't done that one before. Not actually timing myself with it. Obviously, I just tried to go fast. 60's hard. I don't know if we can do that. We keep trying, though. Like I said, even if we can't make it, whatever, it's a goal. You're not always supposed to be able to reach your goals immediately. All right, take a breath. Next thing we're doing, what do you think it is? What do we usually do after speed strikes? Gripping? I think we usually do some gripping after speed strikes, so we're gonna do some gripping. All right, I'm going to obviously set a 30-second timer, and ready, set, begin. You know what your goal is this time? Better than last time. Whatever your best has been so far, that's what I want you to beat. Time. Check it out. I've got a question for you. Are your feet cold? My feet are cold. think it's like 20 degrees right outside. It's a little cold in here. Might have to do some more warm-up stuff. All right, we're gonna do another set of gripping. This time I will be counting. My goal is 60 or higher. Your goal is better than what your highest has been so far, or beat me, either way. Ready, set, begin. 61, 62, 63, 64, 60. I'm gonna cut that last one. 64. We'll go 64 that time. Okay. Did you beat me? Did you get higher than 64? Did you beat what you did last time? Or your best? Right? Your goal should really be beating your previous best and just constantly setting a higher personal best. Right? Whenever you do that, you know you're improving, and that's the goal. Don't try to beat me just yet, unless you're close to where I'm at, or else you might just feel bad. Maybe you're only getting 40, but you're beating that marker, and that's what you really need to be beating right now. You're not in the upper belt levels yet and needing to beat these higher times, so it's okay. All right, we got one last set. I'm not gonna count this time. I still want you to count. I want you to beat your best and make a new personal record. Ready? Begin. Time. Deep breath in and out. Okay, the last thing that we are going to do today is I'm going to set a 3-minute timer, and we're just going to freestyle. And we're going to move around, and we're going to strike and switch hands and toss it up and drop it and pick it back up and toss it up again and catch it. All that fun stuff. Whatever you want to do, play around. I do want you moving your feet though. Don't hit your TV, don't hit your lamp, and don't hit your cat, if you have a cat. All right, ready, set, begin. So just play around. Do whatever it is that you want to do, however you want to do it. Again, the only thing that I want is that you move your feet. If you've got a bob and you can practice striking, cool. Do 1, 2 hand switches and then strike. 1, 2 hand switches and then strike. The reason for the 2 hand switches is when we start getting into the sparring, the sport sparring, we've got to do 2 hand changeovers on 2 before you're able to actually strike on your opponent. And that's for the sport nunchaku. For combat nunchaku, you don't have to do that, obviously. You just have to hit them and not get hit. But the sport makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more, I guess you got to use more dexterity. You have to show more techniques, and it makes it more of a sport rather than just beating the crap out of each other with nunchucks, which is fun, right? I like beating the crap out of people with nunchucks, but you know, it's different than playing a sport. I just want you to do that if you are practicing striking. Make sure you get 1, 2 hand changeovers, 1, 2 before you strike. And then also with these, don't strike all the way through as hard as you can. In sport sparring, you have to strike and basically do a broken strike where the tip of the chuck points through and then retract it, whatever way, instead of just ripping through, right? Like a power shot. We're not trying to do power shots, we're more trying to tag, boom. Right, so a lot of them will go to the center and then it comes back, right? And that's why a lot of these strikes, when we practice, go here, right? They go to that point and then you're able to pull them back, right? You hit and pull back, hit and pull back, hit and pull back, while being able to stop it in the front. And that's helping you to train for the sport aspect of this. notice about when you start hitting something, there's the ricochet, right? It kind of throws the chuck all over the place for a second. So you'll have to learn to be able to control that ricochet. And that's time. All right, I got a little carried away with hitting bob. I actually kind of stopped moving my feet, which is what I told you guys that you should be doing. So, you know, sorry about that. I should have been moving even while striking bob, because let's be honest, whenever you're sparring somebody, you're not gonna sit here and strike right in front of them. No, because they're trying to hit you at the same time, and we don't like to get hit. I don't know about you, I don't like to get hit, so I have to move out of the way. Let me catch my breath. And now I'm gonna quickly cover what we did today. All right, so what we did today, we first started off by reviewing our strikes that we'd done in previous classes. We did upward strike 1 through 5, downward strike 1 through 4, sideways 1 through 3, variation 1 through 3, and forward strike number 1. After that, we practiced, or we learned, forward strike number 2, which starts off over, we flick it out, and we bring it right back up on top of our shoulder as we do this. After we did that, we went to combinations. The first combination was our basic combination number 1. Make sure we open it properly, put it on our shoulder, and we have it. Downward 1, upward 1, sideways 1, variation 1, followed by a forward 1, bring it up, reach over, present it, and then closing ceremony. After that, we did our second combination, which was a second forward strike, followed by a second sideways strike. As we brought it over our head, we had to let it slide forward first a little bit, and then throw another second forward strike, second sideways strike, and we repeated that. From there, we did our speed striking. Today's speed strike was a sideways strike number 1, and using that upward 3 for the reset. It was hard, right? I didn't make the time. Did you make the time? If you did, I'm super impressed. It is not an easy one, for sure. And then we did gripping, right? We did our 3 sets of gripping, doing it for 30 seconds, trying to beat 40 or whatever your personal best is so far. My goal is always to beat 60. I was able to accomplish that today, so yay us. All right, after that we did freestyle, and I talked about basically striking and sport nunchaku striking during the freestyle, but hopefully you're just kind of playing around, doing whatever you want to do, and ideally moving your feet some, even though I lacked on that on my own, okay? Sorry. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed today's class. If you did, you know what to do. Go ahead and like, subscribe. I want you to comment your times for your speed strikes, right? If you got higher than me on that, again, super impressed. And then your gripping as well, so that we can keep track, so we know what our personal bests are, so we can work on beating them every single time. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day.